Hello and welcome to the Music Museum. Today we're going to tell you a little bit about an instrument that's quirky and interesting and plays on the concept of vibrato. It's called a wah-wah tube, or it can also be called a Vibra-Tone bell. They're both the same kind of percussion instrument. Let me show you what they can do. Here we go. Now, I bet one of your next question is, where does the Vibra-Tone bell come from? You see, most of the instruments you'll find here at the Music Museum are like this shakeré. They're part of a cultural tradition. They belong to a country or a specific group of people, and they're used in their music and their history and often in their storytelling. Well, this is one of the first instruments we've covered that is not at all like that. It is an invented instrument, but we're going to cover more like the hang drum or the steel pan. But sometimes instruments come with thousands of years of background and sometimes they're invented. Someone gets a creative idea, they look at it and they go, I know what that'll do. So this was invented. And if you'd like to find out more about the history of it, I'll show you where you can find the two companies that sell it. One is called Latin Percussion, and they sell just everything that is involved with traditional Latin and Hispanic roots, Afro-Caribbean, Peruvian, all those wonderful things. So LP, Latin Percussions, they have it under the name Vibra-Tone bell, and the German company Schlagwerk offers them under the name of wah-wah tube. So because they may be a little long and hard to find, those names, I'm going to put the links below. You can check it right out. And if you are wondering what sizes they are too, Latin Percussion doesn't do this, but Schlagwerk does. It will show you each bell from the smallest to this one to the large ones. It'll have a short video giving you the exact tone. So just like I was playing here, you can hear the actual tone of the bells from the smallest to the largest. And they also sell, I believe, a 5-unit group, so you can get small to large. So if you're working with this concept or you like the instruments, kind of neat to get a little bit of to have a set of them that you can play with. Now, you've already seen how you play the instrument, but how would you use this instrument other than a sound effect? How might you use it in music class? Well, one of the nice things, especially if you're working with really young kids, pre-K, elementary education, is it really is a sensory instrument. While you're holding it, you can actually feel the vibration, and you definitely feel as you're creating that vibrato. So this is kind of fun to work with students and show them kind of just some basics of hands-on music making with a simple instrument. One of the neat things I like to do with a really small group of kids is, if we have our music circle, ask them to play their name on the instrument. Like, my name is Daria, so it would be like this. My name is Daria. Now, if my name was Tom, my name is... And it's really great if you have a long name for this one. So I could be, my name is Alexandra. And it's just, again, a kind of fun way to have kids realize, music making is part of your day-to-day routines and your fun and even your identity by tapping your name. So just to run over a few other things, you can ask your students to give you a fast vibrato. Then they should give you something like that. If you ask them for a slow vibrato, they can go slowly. You can ask them to match a vibrato. You could sing or say a certain pattern, and then they'll have to. That's a great listening game. That's fun to do with your eyes open or your eyes closed. Crescendo. You want it to either get louder or, crescendo, get louder. So, cool. And also, what about just a simple mute? I completely mute the bell. So these are fun things that kids will be using in their musical life afterwards, but they start with just kind of that exploring and hands-on fun. Now, one other thing you might like to do is to mix it up with music, to put a song on and see if you or your students can find a way to get the rhythm to match the tune or the melody, or to sing something as simple as, "Bye, bye, black sheep, have you any wool?" And it works. So please have fun with this. Think of it as more than a sound effect. Think of it as a really fun addition to any music class. Have a great day and come back soon. We have lots of really cool music crafts and explanations of instruments that you don't always see. So visit us again, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you. Bye.